Hello you, and welcome to the short video series on verbal action. In this series we want to give you a series of short exercises that you can use to explore monologues, both traditional and modern, and the aspects of language, including its expressive and its logical functions. So, here we go. Speech is action, no less than gesture and movement. So just as we study and analyze the nature of physical action, we also need to study and analyze the nature of verbal action. Some major film, television and theatre companies will often employ voice consultants and dialogue coaches to help actors through difficult moments, but sometimes that expert advice is not always available to us when we need to work effectively on our own. So, let's start. Let's start today with punctuation. So punctuation has two functions. It can divide a longer statement into two shorter statements to make it more easily understood. That's its logical function. And it can also indicate phrasing, breathing, the rise and fall of the voice, the musical patterns. That's its expressive function.
The comma. The comma indicates that I have not finished what I want to say. I will continue. Usually, the voice rises in pitch so that the listener waits for the rest of the sentence and will continue to wait if a number of phrases end in a comma. For example, I don't want apples, or pears, or cucumbers. The full stop. The full stop indicates that the statement is complete. A voice drops, indicating the end. I don't want apples, or pears, or cucumbers. I want peaches. The question mark. I want a response, and the strength of my want is expressed by a marked rise in pitch at the end of a sentence. If I don't get an answer, I may repeat the question, rising higher at the end of the sentence every time. For example, are you coming or not? A row of dots. This indicates that my thoughts have trailed away. I've lost track of what I was going to say. For example, I was trying to remember where I put my keys, but A dash. This indicates an afterthought or a comment on what has just been said. For example, he's very rich. And how? The exclamation mark. This emphasizes a command, a strong expression of feeling, as in swearing, or a statement that is made very emphatically, indicating that you express it to be taken seriously. For example, come here, or don't say I didn't warn you. The colon and semicolon. Modern punctuation makes less and less use of these, but they are found in earlier writing. Both indicate a kind of half close, somewhere in pitch between the comma and the full stop. So what we have to look at is the structure of whole thoughts. And for our purposes, we will take a whole thought to mean a sentence ending either at a full stop, a colon, a semicolon, or a question mark or an exclamation mark. This tells us how the ideas and thoughts are being developed and clarified. Now, with the speech you have chosen, speak one whole thought to a full stop, colon, semicolon, etc. You will then hear the matter, the reasoning of each thought, its length and texture, and how it leads onto and feeds the next thought. Repeat this if necessary, so that the meaning of the whole is clear.
So we're not linguists, but we can acquire a basic knowledge of language, of the way that it works and the way that it is written down and how that indicates the way that it should be spoken.